Hey, babies, how are you, my gathering of the Griot family? This is Asada. Good to see you today, this Tuesday morning. We got a wonderful show. I'm bringing this sister back because the first show we did had some technical difficulties. So, guess what? She deserves another chance. So, I love that. Shamicka Toney is going to rock today. But first, I got to pay homage to the female solution. Why? Because the female solution is the platform we're on. So if you don't know what the female solution is, I'm going to help you know what it is. Don't you go nowhere. Look at this intro and get a sense of the fervor and fabulousness of the female solution world. Take a look. Don't go nowhere.
Women have the power to transform this world. We can end crime and violence if we all agree to do one thing: share. Let's share our wisdom, share our time, share our talents, share our finances, but most of all, let's share our love. This is the female solution.
What's up, y'all? We are back. Yes, indeed, we got a great show today. But I want to just show you the essence of what we're dealing with today. We're dealing with somebody who, you know how people experience odds? She ain't experienced no odds. She might have, but I will show you the energy and what we're dealing with here when we talking about Shamicka Toney. Just take a look, y'all. I got to share this with you. Hold on, because I'm learning how to do it. All right. Here we go.
Sometimes you gotta step back from the world and get lost in a book. What if the story that changed your life was one that you wrote yourself? That's exactly what Shamicka Toney, a local author right here in our community, set out to do. After 26 years in insurance and a little push from a high school English teacher, she finally bet on her dream and won big. Shamicka's now a two-time International Impact Book Award winner. Her Christian romance legal thrillers are turning pages and heads. And her children's series, Jameson the Fly, is teaching kids everywhere that even a little bug can be a big hero. I had to pick up a copy myself for my kids. You can find her books online in local Barnes & Noble stores, meet her at events and book talks across the area. Sometimes
I love it. Look, I'd play it. I'd play it again and again and again. The girl has an energy, and she has books that are changing the world. We love it. Let's bring on Shamicka Toney. What's up, Mama?
Hey, Asana, how are you?
Girl, I'm loving life. You know, I'm laughing because your friends, honey, they in the studio, baby. They coming on in. So I might bring them
Uh,
on, but I'm gonna bring them on only if they show their faces. I'm not gonna bring them on. If y'all hearing me right now, you friends that have come in the studio, I will bring you on if you show your face. We're not dealing. No, we're not doing none of that. We don't see your face. That's how this is. So if you got curlers in your hair this morning or whatever, but let me just say this. If you want to see Shamicka live, you can did it. I'm gonna send it to your page and then they'll be able to see it and then go, oh, and don't have to worry about the curlers in their hair or any of that. So let's get you could tell with the age by me saying wearing curlers in your hair. That's how you can tell.
listen, listen, we do
You
that.
know,
We do
we do that, right? So anyway, let's get started, my darling. I want to thank you for coming on again. It was a pleasure having you the first time, but now I got even a little bit more the second time, and I knew what I wanted to focus on with regards to you because before we're going to deal with, of course, your books because that's why you're here. You're going to be at our Black History Book Fair. We're going to deal with that, but you had a message
Yeah.
that really was like it really was permeating, but then it was so simple, but I'm not going to say it yet. I'm going to bring it up. If y'all don't know, Shamicka has written great books, okay? And so I'm going to bring up a book. You're going to tell us a little bit about the book. I'm bringing up the first cover. Let's do that now.
Yeah.
Discovering the covering. Talk about that. Such a
Yeah.
great title. What are we dealing with? Talk about that.
Thank you. Yeah. So discovering the covering. And by the way, thank you for having me back. It's so great to be back and to talk to Asada again. Come on now. I mean, come on. So I'm super excited to be back. So thanks again. But Discovering the Covering is my debut novel. It is my first crack into the literary world and really just putting myself out there. And so it is a faith-based romance novel that's also a legal thriller. It really is addictive. I wrote it that way intentionally. I also wrote it like as I was writing it, I saw it as a movie on the screen. And that's a lot of the feedback that I get when people are reading it is like they were like they saw a whole movie when they were reading the novel. So it's really cool. It got picked up for it's been written into a screenplay, which is super excited. So looking forward to what comes next after that. But it honestly, like the idea itself just came to me. I had a dream back in 2005, and in my dream I was talking to the two main characters. That's actually where their names came from. So I was like talking to them just like we were sitting here talking, had that conversation with them, and I was like, well, let me just do a little something, because I always dabbled a little bit with writing, and ended up putting that story together and putting it into a series of chapters and making it a book. And here we are. It's very
Mm,
cool.
boopity boop, boop, boop. Look, if y'all not paying attention to your dreams, then to me, you're not paying attention to how the creator's trying to send you messages. Like
Absolutely.
that's one of the ways that you pick up messages, right? Now I'm gonna
Mm,
say this to your guests because they are in up. The only reason this is probably not more people in the studio today, y'all, is because we can only fit a certain amount. I'm gonna just say the names, and I'm gonna say I want you to go to her page on Facebook and see. Oh, it's live, and you can comment there. So you got. Let me tell you who you got in the studio, just because they're not showing their faces, but you got DT. You got Nakia in here. You got Valencia in here. You got Lucretia in here. You got Lemire in here. Lemire driving. What's up, brother? Ooh, ooh, ooh. So I mean,
hey,
you got
nephew.
people. Look, you know what? I'm gonna bring him on just because I feel like it. If he don't want to, I don't care. Look, what's up, Lemire?
Hey, nephew.
Hey, what's going on, Ozzy? How y'all doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm
Mwah.
doing
I'm
all
so
right.
glad you're
I had
here.
to check in with you before I got into work.
Mwah, mwah.
Nice, nice. Look, see people like you. This is why you could tell she's dope. Cause she got a following. They coming in the studio. She didn't know that she gave them the studio link, so they coming in the studio. But I love that you're here, brother. You can also watch the show just right on her Facebook page and comment
Okay,
if you want. But I just wanted to bring you in
of
because you're
course.
here. Thank you, my darling.
Have a
Thank
good
you
Thank
so
you.
one.
I
much.
appreciate
Have a
it.
great
Happy
day,
Black
Lemire.
History to y'all. Yes,
Thank you.
ma'am.
You
Absolutely. Love
already
you,
know.
brother.
Black future. Oh, oh, oh. All right. Peace. Thank you so
All right,
much.
peace.
Yeah, my nephew's getting his boxing on. Just won state
Oh.
championship. So
I love that. See, we got a winner. Might have to get him on one of my other shows or
there you
something.
go. There you go. Look him
Yes.
up.
But let's continue to talk about your book because that's why you're here.
Yep.
And this discovering the covering, I just love the title. I love that you
Mhm.
listened to your dreams and created that energy. And the whole Christian niche or
Yeah.
niche, if people want to
Mhm.
say, is important because that's a ton of our people. But
Yeah.
what have you found? Have you found people commenting on that, like on the Christian aspect? What makes it a Christian novel? I'm just curious because
Yeah.
I'm not Christian. I was raised so. I'm a Scientologist, but is it something that would make me say, "Oh, I can't read this. I'm not a Christian"?
Mm.
Talk about it.
No, so thank you. So I'm a Christian. And
Mhm.
one of the things that I wanted to do when I was writing the book is I wanted to write something that people of faith could read and feel good about. Now, what I did not want to write was rosy petals and snowflakes and unicorns and stuff like that, because that's not real. Like, I wanted to write real world experiences. I wanted to write people who are hot messes, some folks that you want to go have a talk with outside behind the shed. Like, I wanted to write some of those because there's a couple of folks in there that you want to have a sidebar with. And then there's this story of faith. And so I've got faith woven through. And so in the book, there are challenges, there are secrets, there is forgiveness that's needed, there's trauma, there's all kinds of things that happen in this book that happen to us in real world. And it's not that things don't happen, it's just leaning on your faith throughout the story. So someone who is not necessarily religious wouldn't, it's not like beating them over the head
Yeah,
with it, right? It's just
yeah,
understanding that there's an element of faith that weaves throughout our lives and throughout the book itself. And so
gotcha.
it really is like there are diverse audiences who read the book and provide feedback on
Okay, good. Well, honey, the comments are rolling in. We gonna bring them on in. Let me see something.
it.
Elder, Elder Wood says, "Hi, my family." I
Hey,
know that she said, "Look," she says, "So proud of you." I know that's right. You got the
thank you,
support,
Deb.
girl. Look at this. Look at this. Hearts and hearts and hearts coming from Elder. Go ahead. I love it, love it, love it. Then we have Love Amar. Go ahead.
Amari, hey, honey.
Amari, yes, right.
Mm.
Then we got Faith Jackson. Hello, this is beautiful. I know that's right.
Hey, thanks.
Thank you. Ooh, they just coming on in. Let me see who else we got here. Go, Miss Tony. Hercules, Hercules, Hercules.
Hercules,
That's
Hercules.
right. So yes, we love that. And look, your people still popping in the studio, baby. They popping on in. I'm liking it too much. So I want to talk a little bit about you. There's a different cover for this book. Now,
Yeah.
what is that about? Because I'm not, in life when you're doing projects, y'all, when you write, when you're creating, this is what we have to be careful of. We have to be careful of people who give feedback, but whether we want that feedback or not. Now,
Mm.
because sometimes people give me feedback and they be like, "Where your book at? What you do?" One lady tried to give me feedback about my book fair one day. She was like, "You need to do." I said, "No, you need to do it.
That
I don't.
part. That
You
part.
do it now. Don't tell me what I need to do. You do it." So, what was the reason for your changing the cover of the book?
So the book has been out for a little while, and the sequel, Approaching the Bench, came out about 2.5 years ago. And so when I would be at book fairs, right, I would have both of the books out, and people would gravitate towards the second book, Approaching the Bench, because they liked the cover. They didn't like the cover of Discovering the Covering, that the pink one, because they initially, what the initial perception from everyone is that it was a self-help book. I don't know why, but that's the perception. So when I would have them both on the table, people would automatically gravitate to Approaching the Bench, and I would say, "Hey, that's the sequel. So this is the first," and I would show them the first book, and so they were automatically like, mm, right. And so it after several years of seeing that, I was like, okay, all right, let me dial in, let me tune in
Yes,
and not
yes,
ignore this feedback that I keep
yes.
getting. And
Hmm.
so I went ahead and had the second cover created to fall in line more with the second
Okay.
cover. And so it looks a little bit more uniform and seamless, and that's actually been well received.
All right. I'll give him a break. I'll give him a break. Because I had to do the same thing with my first book. The first book was called Beat Black Kids. And people were
Uh,
like, "Beat Black Kid? That's what you want us to do?" And I was like, okay, I didn't want that energy. It's about not beating black kids, but it just was seeming like a command. And then I put a ing, beating black kids, and it became a, "Oh, what?" And they couldn't tell. And I needed that because that drew them in versus
yeah.
somebody said, "Why didn't you make Don't Be Black Kids?" I said, "Because then you wouldn't buy it because that's what you do." you know.
Mm.
So anyway, you do have to kind of look at the feedback, see what's going on. And if you don't know, y'all, we are talking to Shamicka Toney, and look at this book, Stop Playing, Discovering the Covering. So this does go with the other book, which I'm going to show. This is her first book. Look at the
Yeah.
past never stays in the past. You already say it. You better know that. But I want you all to look at this book, Approaching the Bench. Now, this is the sequel. Talk a little bit about this.
Yeah, so we are following the main character, Amia. The first book is really Amia and her navigating some challenges and some changes in life. And so in the second book, we are following Amia on her now married journey as they come across some people who they're attorneys. So I'll give you that. They're attorneys. And so in the second book, we've got people from their past that they've put away, so to speak. They've gotten convictions and they put them away. So we've got people from the past who are coming back to, let's say, exact some vengeance against them. And so they're fighting through those trials. That's why it says a married power couple, the trial of their lives. And so they're fighting through those trials to figure out what's going on before it gets really bad, before someone gets hurt.
Okay. Yo, let me tell you, if you are watching, if you're in the studio, I would love to see your comments because let me tell you, we got a comment from Tyler Tony. He says,
Hey,
coming from
buddy.
ATL, go mom. I love that. Now,
Hey,
here's the
buddy.
deal. if you have comments for my lovely Shamicka, you want to go to her Facebook page and see this video and put your comments there. Because if you're in the studio right now and you put them in the chat, no one can see them. And I want them to see them. I want her to have the record of them. So definitely go to her page on Facebook and boopity boop, put your comments and I will definitely show them. Okay, cool. So I do love that you have this outpouring of support. It says a lot about you as a person, and we're going to get into that because anybody could write a book.
Yeah.
But I want to get to you writing a book and its presence in the world, because I was like, wait a minute. Let me just show you. Now, this is one of the books here, y'all. But check this out. Check out what I got to throw your ear. The child is in bookstores heavily. Like when I say heavily, people dream about being in bookstores. But like, first of all, how long has this book been out? Your first book. What year did it come out?
It came out in 2019.
Got you. Overstand. So 2019, right?
Yep.
So it came out, but it doesn't seem like you took a long time to get its presence in places. So how in the world did you get into books? Because you sit in a bookstore back there. I can see that. This is not just some regular old place, but how did you get your stuff into bookstores so easily?
Wow. So it was, I don't know about easy, but it was a question. Like, I live by two simple words, and it's what if, right? Like, I'm God centered, but also I live in the world of what if. And so there was a Barnes and Noble that opened out in the area. It's about a year and a half ago, and opened out in the area. And I reached out to them just talking about, what they're doing. Do they have author events? I would love to join or what have you. And they were like, sure, come on, you can come in and have a book signing in the store. And so after that, it was like, hey, so can we talk about having the books on shelves in the store? And they were like, yeah, absolutely. You did so well at your author event. Yeah, absolutely. And so it went from having the book in the Oswego, Illinois location, then it branched into the Naperville location, and then Bolingbrook, and then Joliet. And so we've got books in different stores here in the area. And you know what's so crazy, Asada, is when I finished Discovering the Covering, I actually finished it in 2018. And I sat on that book for a full year
Wow.
because like, while I knew that I was a good writer, doubt creeps in, and all those little bits of negativity. I let the devil get in my ear and was like, girl, you've been wasting your time. Ain't nobody gonna want this book. You don't lost, you sitting here, nobody's gonna want this book. And if they do, you're gonna sell like one copy. So, what is the point here? And so I sat on it for a year. And so during that whole year, like, the characters would come back to me, like Amia or Jamari or Eric, like the characters would come back to me. And I actually like stayed away from my laptop because that's where the book was, on the laptop. So I wouldn't even touch the laptop because I was like, yeah, we're not even going near the laptop.
Wow. Wow.
2019 came and I was like, you know what? What if? What if this book is actually supposed to be out there? What if it's as good as you think it is? What if there's a reason that God planted this in your soul, right? So 2019, I was like, all right, let's just see. What if? And then I hit send and sent it off to some publishers, and here we are. Like, it has since won 2 International Impact Book Awards and it's featured on the America's Best, and again, in store at Barnes and Noble. And I'm doing book events all over the country, and I'm now doing, like, that's parlayed into speaking opportunities. And so I'm speaking to audiences nationwide, which is, it's amazing. Just incredible.
We're getting into all of that, but look at this image. I love this image because, see, she's not lying. Look, she's not. Look at the people and look at the races. Look at the ages. Like, I love that you have this. People, let me tell you, this is to you authors out there. I need to get my face close. To you authors, one of our biggest faux pas, one of our biggest problems is that self-doubt. Because sometimes, like, we got all these supporters by Shamicka because she fly, right? But you could be fly too. But sometimes you don't get support from your family like that. And sometimes you don't get the encouragement. And they look at you like, well, how you going to do that? And so you feel kind of like suppressed. you feel less than. So that on top of the fact that you jumping into the world, when you jump into the
Right.
world as an author, you making you vulnerable to a degree because you open
Absolutely.
yourself to people's feedback, right? And so you got to be ready for the good, you got to be ready for the bad. But the key is if you believe, what she say? What if?
What if?
You rock on that what if, baby. Oh, ooh, Hercules.
Mm.
Hercules. That shifts the jam. That shifts the whole reality. Now we got a comment. Let me see who's commenting up here. Oh, go ahead. There go Lemire talking about, ooh, I clap, clap, clap. Yeah, just clap, clap. Right, there we go. And then look, Elder said, she is such a sweetheart. You better do this with me, Elder Hercules. That's that's right. You know, that's my little thing. And then it says, she said, Deb and I are watching.
Hey,
That's
Deb. Hey,
right.
Dave.
So we love you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you heavily. It shows the quality of Shamicka. And I just want to speak to a little bit of you got, she talking about she got some awards. Yeah, let me show what we're dealing with. Boopity boop. International Impact. How in the world did you get an International Impact Winner Awards? Not she applied, no, winner. So talk about that. What happened?
Yeah, so I saw this kind of this advertisement. Advertisement is the wrong. It was a communication I saw about like books that are international impact award winnings, and so I went onto the website and I was just kind of looking around and just seeing, because obviously, like, the more your book gets recognized, the more credibility, so to speak, that it has. And so I went there and I looked around and they were like, okay, yeah, just send it to us and we'll tell you, we'll let you see, we'll see what we think, right? And so I put it in, I submitted the book or whatever, and that was in, I want to say that was 2024. And in 2025, it was 2024, and then in 2025, I was like, wait a minute, I never heard anything back from that. Like, if you said it didn't win, that's fine. I just wanted to know. And so I followed up with them. This must have been like April or May of 2025. And I was like, hey, what gives did you guys, what'd you think? And so they were like, oh, well, you know what? You won two international, you won in two categories. And I was like, oh, say what? Yeah.
Say what?
So,
Say what?
so huh?
Nice, nice,
Yeah,
nice.
so it was really, really cool. So I won in the category of Christian writing, and then also life-changing stories is the other
Mm.
category that I won in. Yeah.
Wow, look at that, y'all. 2005 International Impact Book Award winners.
Yeah,
And look at the reality, y'all. And you see that it's being absorbed. Look, people love the old cover, new cover. They feeling it. You got a
yeah,
lot of pictures with both. And you're gonna have both at the Black History Book Fair. Is that correct?
absolutely. That's correct. I will have both covered. So um, I guess at this point it's kind of pick which one you want, and I'll have them available.
Well, let me tell y'all something. Beyond the pick which one you want. No, if you get the first cover scene in that picture right there, that's vintage, baby. Did you get the vintage copy? That's the one that's gonna be worth bookity boo down the line because you got the first version. So
First
let's get some
iteration.
clarity on that's right, baby.
Yeah.
First iteration. So the fact that that will be here, I love that you did that. I love that you sought out to do something. And see, that's how God speaks to you to me. He be telling you like the different things to do, and then you
Yeah.
just gotta do it. The vacillating between maybe, maybe not is you. That's stop doing that because
Whew.
your doubts are doing that. That
Absolutely.
something else, right? But no, no, no. You got to stand on faith, baby, and make it happen. Oh, let me see what we got. Another comment here. Good God morning. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And
Mm.
I'm gonna give you something for that. God morning. Yes, you have got to do the follow-up. Congratulations. Two times. All right. So not only that, y'all, she said God morning. I say early day now. I'll be like, ain't nobody morning. Mm.
Mm.
Ooh, oh, I'll be like, change the words.
Right. Yep.
Then
Yes,
we got some
ma'am.
more comments, baby. My girl, Zelda Speaks, Higher Learning Network says, awesome. Congratulations. Many, many more. I
Thank
love it.
you.
Yep.
Thank
And then look, look, look. Love Amari says, that's vintage, baby. Vintage. Don't get it twisted. It'll be
Mm.
up on eBay for 150 whatever. The first copy. So when you get to the Black History Book Fair, if you get here in Chicago, you want to see those, go first. Boom.
Yeah.
Y'all
Yeah.
better get that vintage copy, baby, because that's how it's going on. Then we got Deborah. I'm so proud of you.
Oh,
She
thank you for
says,
having
I'm
me.
so proud. Thank you. We love all this pride and energy because this is what's going to propel you forward, period. This is what's going to make the road an easier road because you got the support, right? Look at
Yeah.
this. Oh, come on, girl. This, look, she's going to say happy Earth Day, birthday, born Asada, cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Don't this ain't. And
Absolutely.
look, there, I didn't even. I should have read that first. I wouldn't have put it up. What's up, y'all? My birthday was
Happy
yesterday, so don't even
birthday.
worry. Oh, it's all good. 55
Yes.
and alive. 55 and alive.
Double
That's how
nickels.
it's going. Yes, indeed. So let's continue with your lovely energy before we go to commercial break. We got some good few minutes to go, but I love again this image of the people buying your book. We got some more people buying your book, and oh, in a minute it's going to come into you don't just have books for adults. And I'm not sure I want to go there yet. I just want to look at you with your books surrounding you. Those are your babies. We know that Tyler came on. That's your baby. But you got some book babies here too. So I just want people to see like the energy of your books, right? And the fact that you followed a dream. Literally, not
Literally.
playing. You
Yeah.
can have a dream to do something, it's an aspiration, but she literally followed a dream, like an actual dream, and then made that into something that we could experience too. And I
Yeah.
think that's the thing, you guys. We can create in the world, but are you creating it so that just you can experience it? But are you creating it so that the world can experience it? Ooh,
Yeah.
when that happens,
Mm.
then a different something occurs. And so I do want to thank you for what you have done big time because you weren't just thinking about yourself doing this. And now let me see what else I got going on here. Oh, events. Look at this. Black girls who read books.
Yes.
What is this about? This is
Oh,
2026. So
I'm so excited. I'm
is
so
that coming?
excited. It is. It's going to be this April in Dallas. And
Oh, come on, talk about it.
yeah, so Black Girls Who Read is a movement actually because I think there's a thought out there that Black women, Black girls don't read, and so uh, Honey Bee is her name. She started Black Girls Who Read, and she's grown from I don't know, like 1,000 to over 280,000 people in Black Girls Who Read, and there's a summit in Dallas. It'll be their kickoff of it, and it's going to be an annual summit on the Go Forward. But she's bringing together authors and readers, and we're having a full weekend of this incredible experience of Black girls who read. And so I'm going to be one of the featured authors there at the summit. And I absolutely cannot wait. So it was just super exciting to get to be a part of this incredible event.
Man, I tell you, this is not even here yet, y'all, and just
Mm,
rocking. Her
yeah.
promo is out. Y'all better be watching.
Get your
If you're an
tickets.
That's right. Get your tickets. And if you're an author, I need you to take notes on what she's doing to keep herself successful. This is promo, not 2 weeks from now, 1 week from now. It is promo for something months from now. But look when it's happening. That way the world gets to put it on her schedule. So
Yeah,
your template, you need to be looking at your own template because you're experiencing it, but you actually can develop something, the how to. Okay, I'm giving you energy, girl. The how to
yeah,
of doing what you're doing and being successful. I'm gonna read
yeah.
another comment from the chat because they're in the studio saying this, but we can't see it. Mama Lorraine says, "Hi, my beautiful daughter. We're trying to get in on the podcast. Mama, just go to her Facebook page and type in your comments, and I will make sure I show it. But I gotta show it because it's in the studio, girl, and people can't see it. But there are
Hey, Mama
other,
Dad.
yeah, that's okay. And there's other comments. We got again, Tyler Tony said, that's the exclusive copy. He talking about that original
Original
cover.
cover.
That's right, baby. Then we got Nakia said, congratulations, my friend Shamicka. God is doing great things in you. We love that, baby. And then
Amen,
we got
sis.
oh, I think I see somebody coming in the studio that I'm gonna bring on. Then Elder says, that's awesome. You will travel the world and watch God enlarge your territory. And
Amen. Yeah.
enlarge your territory. Y'all gonna make me go to church
Yes,
today. Trust
indeed.
me. I love it. I love it. I love
Amen.
it. Now,
Received.
I am look at elders giving you some hearts. We love that. And then I am going to It says love. My girl Valicia said
Felicia,
loving. She
hey,
said loving the love and artistic creativity. That's right, baby. She put that in
hey,
the chat,
Alicia.
but I want her to put it underneath your heading on your Facebook page. Then I got, oh, let me say another comment. Hey y'all, checking in from South Carolina. That's my sister. Boom, 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 boom. Hey Dewanda Boo Boo.
Hey,
We
sis.
love it. That's right. Y'all, oh, if you're a family member of an author, you better look at this family love because it is setting a tone for how we stay successful, guys.
Yeah,
We love your support. I don't like
yeah,
saying come support the authors. That's from a different place where people feel like, oh, we need help. No, when we say, support, we're talking about uplift us because we are channeling a message. We are maintaining the history and creating the future. How about that? Boop, boop, boop.
yeah.
Just made
That's
it all.
one of the that's one of the things people don't realize that, or maybe you do, and it's just not something that's at the front of the mind, is when you create something, right?
Mhm.
Like you are putting yourself out there. Like it's almost like
Mm.
walking outside naked because you do expose yourself to comments and thoughts and things like that. And then once you put all this energy into birthing this thing, without support, it kind of dwindles, and
Oh
it's
man.
if you are the family member of someone who has created, whether it's a book or it's art, whatever that creation is,
Yeah.
support, right?
That's
Support is what
yes.
it is. So
We love it. We need
that's
it.
what it's about. We definitely need that support.
Look, speaking of which, he better be ready because I'm bringing him on. Look, brother Ronnie,
Hey, Daddy.
Ronnie, hey Dad, hey Dad, you on camera, baby. They got two devices, so it's echoing a little bit. But I
Yeah,
just
so
want to bring him on. Do you want to say something to your lovely daughter?
Yes, good morning. And we are so very proud of you, thing that you're doing in this world and in this country. Uh, I don't know why the words are at this morning, but she knows how we feel. We love you, and we're just so proud. And we'll continue to support you and whatever your future plans are.
Cry, cry. I told you. I told her get water and tissues. Have tissues, cause
there
I
Love,
you
will
go.
make you cry up in here. Dad, show
love
your
you,
face
love
a
you,
little more.
love you,
Mama,
love,
mama,
love,
show your
love,
face, mama. Turn
love,
that
love,
camera.
love.
Turn that camera, Papa. Let me see
Daddy,
mama's
turn the
face.
camera a little bit.
Turn that camera. Ow.
There
And
you
she's
go.
in yellow too.
Okay, let's
Hold
see.
on, Kim.
Let's see where the camera at.
I
Oh, you
got
look.
you, mama. We
We can
see you,
see you.
mama. Oh, they gone. It's okay. Did y'all see that? Look, 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 look. DeWanda said this. Hey, daddy, laugh out loud. And then my man, look, Tyler said, mic drop. Hold on, let me show it. Tyler said, mic drop, boopity boo. That's right. And then my girl Elton said, preach, girl. So this is the realness, y'all. The family is on. I loving this show because we got so much input, girl. Good gracious. Look, look, look. Look, somebody said, it's too early to cry this morning. I know it's
That
not.
part, Mari. Come
Girl,
on now.
no, but look, I told her get tissues because I'm not playing with you. I will have look, y'all playing. I got mine right here. You will cry on here, and then what we got up here? Not with a camera. Let me see. Hold on. Let me get my own. Like, cause look, oh, the parents came on. I
Goodness
love it.
gracious.
Matter of fact, I think they're back. We actually are gonna come back after the commercial break. Parents, I'm gonna bring you on real quick before we go to the commercial because you here. Go
Okay.
ahead, come here, mama.
Hi, 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 hi. I'm so happy, so proud, so happy and
Yeah.
proud. So
I love you guys.
I don't have tissues. I just got a big bath towel.
Look, look, you can do this too.
I grew up like that. Yes, I'm all country. I'm from the country.
That's
Yes,
right,
yes.
baby. We got it. Use a shirt,
Oh,
use
I
whatever you
love
got, but we
y'all.
love
Good
you.
Love you
morning.
Love you
too.
Thank you.
too.
Peace. Thank you so much.
Mm.
I
I,
love it. So
I
you
like them.
guys,
I like
uh,
them.
we love that, right? And I mean, these people just coming on, they laughing. Look, my girl, DeWanda said, can't take them anywhere. That's right. We love it. We love it. So, guys, you are chilling with me and Shamicka Toney, who is this wonderful author, speaker. We're going to get into that, but before we go into that, we're going to take a commercial break. Good. We going over the commercial break hour. I love it. But the realness is here. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after these messages. All right. Peace.
Everything we're made of contains light. From the sun that feeds our world to the energy that flows within us. With LifeWave X39, we've found a way to put that light to work. With X39, we achieved something remarkable in the field of wellness and science that others could not. By utilizing LifeWave's unique patented technology, X39 uses light to elevate GHK-Cu, a copper peptide known to support overall health and wellness. Unlike traditional light therapy, X39 uses the body's own infrared light to naturally increase vitality. By gently stimulating the skin with light, our non-invasive, non-transdermal X39 patches help you conquer your active lifestyle and pave a new way to vibrant health.
All right, we're back, but I got one more message. Don't y'all go nowhere, because it's important.
Soulful Chicago Black History Book Fair.
Hey family, this is Charles Humphrey of MCH Publishing, and I'm here with Asada, and we at the Soulful Chicago Book what?
This is the Soulful Chicago Black History Book Fair, slamming.
We getting down in Hyde Park. Just run it down, my sister. Just tell us, for the people, a little bit about what we're doing here today and why.
You know, this is the Soulful Chicago Black History Book Fair, and this month is very important. I feel like we don't give it the type of recognition that it needs, but beyond that, I do all things literary, and we have so many ancestors that have taken a tradition of writing and done great things. Well, we have those of us that are carrying on that tradition, and nobody knows about them until now. So the Soulful Chicago Black History Book Fair is allowing us to tell our stories according to ourselves, for our own benefit, and it's just beautiful. I mean, she could have been here today if you wasn't here, but if you were, it's been amazing. People came in consistently, children, and we have children's authors, we have nonfiction authors, we have fiction authors. This is really good, and it's about taking our own power in our own hands and doing what we do on the literary tip, though.
Right.
I gotta work, but I can't help it. Everything going to school. Now I just about bring my African shit like this. Bring it back.
So if you don't know, now you know. It's coming. Look at the bottom of the screen. February 15th. Yo, let me tell you something. This is going to be our only book fair for the year because Asada has to make this a bigger endeavor. There are things I need to create, but it is going to be powerful. Let me just show you, first of all, the promo. Boopity boop. Let me put myself on the side so you can see it. The Soulful Chicago Black History Book Fair is going to be at a place called Little Black Pearl. Oh my God, you want to see the beauty? Let me just show you the outside of it. How you going to have this? Ooh, Mark, what carvers all over the sides? Black history. Look at the inside. What you talking about? Oh, baby, crystalline. It's like in a glass atrium. It's beautiful. And like I said, it's in a place called Little Black Pearl. That's February 15th. Look at the energy here, the books, the writing. Look at the people on there. Do you know that Lorraine Hansberry, that brother Timuel D. Black, Gwendolyn Brooks, they're all Chicagoans. Of course we're going to have Chicago energy. We are giving a special come on out to the Greenwood Apartments. They are the apartments across the street from the Endeavor, and I love that. So y'all come on out big time. And I want to give a word to our sponsors big time. Y'all, this is not a game. These these organizations have put out their energy. They have supported us. Look at that. POA, the Preservation of Affordable Housing. Manotti Jenkins. Ooh, I love that lawyer. That brother has become a sponsor. Michelle Renee, big time. She's one of the co-coordinators of this event, in addition to one of the authors that'll be there. And then the Hubbard Dianetics Foundation. They are a big sponsor as well. They will be there with bells on. Dr. Keisha Critchlow. We went to high school together. Y'all playing games big time. She's a sponsor. And then Bird's World Publishing. They're actually going to show and have a workshop showing, and I'll show the workshops in next week's show, but they are big supporters. thank you so much for that big time. If you want to support y'all, you could do so. Just go right there to what you see at the bottom. It says Zelle, Beating Black Kids at Gmail. That's my first book. Don't y'all trip. And then you can go to Cash App if you want. $ Asada Thrives. Okay. And boom, boom, boom. Go ahead and contribute. We love you for that. So, let's bring back my girl, Shamicka. Let's bring her back right now. Hold on. Let me get my thing. Let me see. Where's she at down here? I see her mama. I'm getting ready to bring her back on, but hold on. All right, good. So, Shamicka, one of
Yes.
the beautiful things about you is not that you made these books, but you also made children's books. That's important. That means
Yeah.
you are leaving no stone unturned. Talk a
Uh,
little bit about Jameson. What is this energy about?
Yeah, so he's a fly, right? So he's like I say, he's a remarkable little guy with dreams as big as his wings. And
Mm.
so Jameson wants to be a fireman. And so we are going to be following Jameson as he has acts of bravery as he's on his way to becoming a fireman. And he's meeting new friends along the way. And he's really proving that anyone can be a hero. Just be as brave as you are tall. And one of the things that I'm really passionate about is young, like inspiring kids, because kids are our future, right? Like inspire kids to do great things, inspire them to read, inspire them to grow, right? And so what better character than this fly who's unassuming? He's a fly. Like be a fly and be comfortable being and doing fly things. But Jameson doesn't want to do that. He again wants to be a fireman. He's got really big dreams. And so it's a way to teach our little ones that you can dream and you can go for it, right? Just go for it and what if, right? Like that spirit of what if, it's just go for it. That's really the crux of what it is. Like I want to put something out there that inspires our little readers and inspires them to dream, because that's where it starts. It starts with a dream. Some people have dreams and goals. If you don't have goals, you have dreams, right? Dreams become, or goals become dreams, or whichever way you say it,
All
right?
that. Yes,
Yeah. So it's very important to me that the kids have something that they can read while the adults are feeding themselves.
that's
And
right.
funny enough, Jameson was flying around in my brain the whole time that I was writing Discovering the Covering and Approaching the Bench. And so,
Wow.
he kept literally buzzing around in my head, like coming back and coming back. And I was like, okay, let me finish these first two books. And then, all right, Jameson, let me give you some time. Let me get you together and get you out there. And so, yeah,
And I
that's
love
how Jameson came out.
I love that you're listening. And just so y'all know, these books can be found on her website. I need you to look at the
Mhm.
bottom. See that website going on by ShamickaToney.com. ShamickaToney.com. That's your jingle. ShamickaToney.com. Ow. and,
Bringing the
and
bass.
girl, let it bring them. That's right. Don't play with me. Now, you got all kind of good comments. Of course, family's still around. Look, Tyler was so excited. He said, Grandma, Pop, love y'all. That's right. Bringing them on. And then my girl Naima Latif, she's actually the CEO of the Female Solution. She said, I love inspirational children's stories. So you got it.
Yay.
It's coming. It's in our world. These books, you guys, will be at the Soulful Chicago Black History Book Fair. My girl Elder said, love you, fam. She went on taking the kids. Look, she took the grandkids to school. Look, y'all, she letting us know. We got the 411 from everybody. She said, look, got to take the grandchildren to school. Love that you all are a family that's doing the doggone thing. Now we got more of your life with Jameson. Look, it's in the bookstore. So are you telling me that the bookstore also said, give us those books too?
Yeah, absolutely.
Talk about that.
Super exciting. So when I had the first book signing, actually I've had probably 5 or 6 book signings now at Barnes and Noble. But when I
Nice.
released the first Jameson book, I reached out and I was like, hey, I've got a kids book and I would love to come in. So they said, yeah, come on in. You can do story time, which is where I read to the kids in the store in the
Mhm.
store. So I did a story time and a book signing, and they were like, hey, let's go and get a couple of these copies and put them on the shelves.
I
So,
love that.
yeah.
Now, this is something I want to say about that. Being an author myself, now I'm from New York City, so when I was approaching Barnes and Nobles, y'all, we got it. They were like, you got to go through this and go through that, and go through the through and lions and tigers and bears, all that. So that might exist. I had to choose one of their distributors and blah. But we're talking about there are Barnes and Nobles and bookstores in local areas that might
Absolutely.
not have that same pull and demand that those stores had in New York. And so your ability to walk in a store and say, "Can I have my book here?" was more palpable, was doable. So keep that in mind too, guys. It may not be the big stores downtown, but maybe more of the
Absolutely.
local stores will be more
Yeah.
open to having your books and having the person that's the buyer of the book, and they're not sending you through a bunch of things. Now, I love what I'm seeing with Jameson. This is the
Mhm.
setup for like a story time or something in the book.
Yeah.
So it's not just on the shelves. You're
Right.
actually doing workshops as well for kids.
Yeah, just reading, like going in and doing story times. And so we'll do like 15-minute blocks, like once every 15 or 30 minutes. I'll
Okay.
sit down with a new group of kids and we'll do another story time with them. And so that just kind of cycles through. We do several rounds of those whenever those events have happened.
Nice. Look at that, y'all. And look, see, she not lying. Look at her. You see her doing, look, she not making this up. She not
Right.
just taking pictures. I love this, that you're doing this and the kids are there, the parents sitting, and it gives the parents a chance to kind of woosah, sit back, let them get engaged with your
Yeah.
storytelling. And I love the example that you're setting. Look at the people, y'all, buying the books. Look, left and right, both the children and the adult. So what are you finding? Why are they buying your books like that? What are you finding? What is the formula? What are you communicating? Because you can have people sit there as authors and people just walk by them. But
Right.
what's happening so that they're stopping and buying the book from these bookstores?
Yeah, so it really is a matter of meeting people where they're at, like eye contact, engaging, talking, and just telling them the story about how the book became and just what people say about the book and how it's enjoyed. So these two gentlemen here, they were really I actually literally remember everyone who comes through. But these gentlemen were one was picking up a book for a nephew and the other one was picking up a book for his wife. And so it's just talking to them about these books that I'm so passionate about and these characters that I love and then just the impact that I feel and that I've heard that they're having. And that's really the heart of it.
I just love that. Come on, y'all. So you'll see, you gotta just one, put yourself out there,
Mhm.
but two, you gotta communicate those ideas that I'm not good enough. People only gonna buy one book. Those are just not real things. You're
Right.
creating that before you get there. But once you get
Listen.
there, people are
Mhm.
looking. They're right
Yeah.
there. Look,
Look,
all races.
fear
Oh,
is a terrible thing. Like there are so many dreams laying in the graveyard right now because people were afraid to go for it. So
wow.
go, like fear is it's a door. Fear is I treat fear like a door, not a wall. So you have a choice. You can let the door stay closed or you can open the door and walk
Mm,
through it. Like fear is always going to be there. Do it anyway. Like
mm.
that's just what it is. So
Let me say something. Let me tell y'all what I'm doing. Let me tell you what I'm writing down. There are so many dreams in the graveyard because of fear.
yeah.
Ooh, Hercules, Hercules. I'm putting that on social media today, and I'm gonna put your name and tell them that's where I got that. Look at this. My girl Dewanda said that was so amazing to actually walk in Barnes and Nobles and seeing my sister's books. Like, wow, okay, sis, I know that's right. You look. You better get that autograph, sis. You better get that sister autograph. And then we got a message in the chat. More of your lovely. I think mommy said she is so personable and easy to approach. That's what she said about you. Mama said that about you, baby. Get that known. But I just want y'all to look at the continued support of the children's work. This is just empowering for anybody watching. And again, you'll be able to get these at the Black History Book Fair. Look at the little booby. Hi, Popo Mama, baby booby. He got his book. Mommy got that book. Go ahead and do them signatures. So absolutely encouraging. And look at this in the classroom. Wait a minute. Talk about that. What we looking at there with you and those kids?
Yeah, so this was a very awesome story time. I actually did this one virtually. That's a classroom in South Carolina.
Okay.
And Miss Bree in, I think Miss Bree and Miss Carter, I think, are the teachers. Well, for sure, Miss Bree. But that was the classroom who I was invited in. I'm actually on the TV screen. It's a little small, but I'm on the TV
Oh,
screen and
cool.
I'm watching. That's a photo of the kids who are listening to the Jameson, the Fly story.
I
And so
love that.
yeah,
I
so I'll
love
be
that.
actually I'll be in person in Indian Prairie School District later on this month doing another story time for some third graders.
Man, come on, y'all. Y'all see the game being played. Do you see how she's playing the game? She's not, I talk about, may have mentioned this before, but I'm a Scientologist, and we have, there's a study that we do, a course called The State of Man, right? But it has a CD in there called Create and Confront. And the thing about that is that he says, L. Ron Hubbard says, if you keep creating things, but you don't confront what you create, it
Mhm.
turns to debris. The analogy, let me just tell you, it's like if I'm a painter and I keep painting and painting and painting and painting and don't confront them and they sit in my living room, they will collect dust. But if I get them out and put them in the museum, get them out, put them in the gallery, get them out and sell them on a corner and
Mhm.
confront them, then they thrive. That's what you're doing. You're
Yeah.
confronting them. You're putting them, you're going to classrooms, you're going to bookstores, all these different things. And I just love it. So I want to take a look at a few other things that we got on the table here. You are also a doggone painter. Come on. Come on. She's a painter. What in the world? How do you find the time? A lot of people complain about being busy, but you taking your create to another level. Talk about these, Mama.
Yeah, so I've always enjoyed painting. Like for years, I used to go to paint night events
Okay.
and enjoy that sip and paint. But I
Mm-hmm.
really could not paint, right? Without the instructor saying, take this brush, do this in the color and do this on the canvas. Like I really needed the instructors to do it. And then COVID came and it shut everything down, but I still wanted to paint. And so what I did was I taught myself how to paint. And so these are some of the pieces that I painted, and I ended up putting them in an online gallery on my website, and I've been selling paintings. So
Come on, y'all. Come on. The girl is wicked in a good old way. I mean, I love that you're doing, and they're black women. They're versions of black women. Is there any reason it seems to be just black women? Are these expressions of who you are? Like,
mhm.
what are we looking at?
Yeah, so actually I had two non-black women that I painted, both of those sold, and then I have one that's right behind me on the wall here.
Mm-hmm.
But I am a black woman, and I think that we are magical, and I love us and all the tones and the hues and all the depth that we bring. And so I do love painting black women. I also paint, canvases, or not canvases, but landscapes and different things like that. But yeah, I do love us, and
Mm-hmm.
I do love us. So yeah.
I love it. Look, Deborah said, yes, she is an awesome painter. I own some of her artwork. You better,
Mhm.
baby. Y'all better come and get this artwork. Honey, when I know we don't have a tremendous amount of space, but I don't know, you might have to bring some to the Black History Book Fair, child.
Okay.
People might be looking for those things or even getting prints at some point. I mean, you do so much. I think it's so important. Look at her, y'all. Look at her selling the word. That's right, putting it out there. So writing the books is a thing. Doing the not just for adults but for children. And you last and foremost, look at this, y'all. The girl is a speaker. Would y'all just take a look at this for a minute? Talk about this, the ultimate woman's expo. What
Yeah.
we doing, girl? How you get up in there like that?
Yeah, so I was there selling books. I was there as a vendor selling my books, and I got a call from one of the organizers that they were having a Women Mean Business forum, and they were having a conversation on stage, and they invited me on stage to participate in that Women Mean Business panel discussion. So that was super exciting. But from there, I've also started getting into the public speaking forum. And so I've been able to leverage my passion about the unstoppable power of what if. I've been able to leverage that and channel it into a message that is resonating with businesses around the nation. So I've been invited to speak at different organizations. I had one 2 weeks ago with Operation Snowball, and then I've got several coming up in the next couple of weeks and months where I'm just getting in front of different audiences and talking about taking your story and making your story a message, and you can do it, and just believe in yourself, like bet on yourself for once and go for it. And the other thing about that is if you bet on yourself and if you go for it and it doesn't work the first time, try it again. And then try it again, and then try it again. And if anyone knows the story of J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter, she submitted that book to 12 different publishers. She got rejected 12 times.
Wow.
Right? So it is a matter of a lot of time, again, fear. But J.K. knew that that book was good. That's why she kept submitting it. You know
That's
what I
right.
mean?
That's
So
right.
if you know that that thing that you're doing, you know it's positive, you know it's good, you know it's in your spirit, go for it. Like, do the work and go for it. Fear will always be there.
Girl,
Do it
you got,
anyway.
let me tell you something. Do it anyway. We got 2 more minutes. You already giving words of wisdom, and I got some things I've written down, and I'm not going to say them online because ain't nobody going to take it. I'm going to send it right to you. I just want to, in the last 2 minutes, I got to bring them on because they sitting here, and I just want to because they in the studio. I'm bringing on Dad and Mom one last time. I got 2 more minutes. Come on, family. What y'all got for us?
One of you go on mute.
Y'all gotta
One of you go on
take
mute.
me. Yeah, one of y'all go on mute, and then the other one talking and vice versa. Come on.
Okay. Who's on me? Let me look. Let me find me.
Look, one go on mute and the other one talk.
You're
So one of
mute.
y'all talk. Come on. Who gonna
So
talk quick?
okay, so dad is muted. No, dad is not muted because I
You
still
okay?
hear it.
You sound good, Mama. Go ahead. You
You're
sound good.
good.
Yeah, but like I said, all in all, we are just so full of pride and joy for this one. So yeah, she is our the pride and joy, and everything she puts her mind to, she can conquer. And we are there 100% to be supportive and to just be there for her, and as well as the rest of the family also. So yeah, we are without words.
I love it. Look at the face,
Yeah.
y'all.
Oh,
Look at
wait,
the
wait, wait.
twins. Look at the twin. Mama, here, Mama. Here, Mama.
No,
Here.
no, look,
Here,
wait a minute.
thank you.
Look,
Hey, hey, hey.
I got my shirt. Hold on. Okay.
I love
But
it.
yes,
Thank you so much.
we are so happy for all the things that she's doing, not just with adults but kids as well, and her
Yes.
speaking, assignments that she be getting, her vineyards and all that. Um,
Yes.
she's got,
Yes.
I don't know, she's got multiple irons in the fire. So I just want her to just
And
keep
you
the
made
fire
her.
and
And you made her. There you have it. And you made her.
and so
Come on,
we just
Daddy.
wanted
Come
to.
on, Daddy. Give Daddy.
Well, I know
I'm
she's
sorry.
a
Go ahead.
go-getter. I know she's a go-getter, and she's always been that way from day one. Even when she was a little girl,
Yes.
we used to be afraid sometimes when we would take her to the park because she would just walk up to little animals and stuff and just start from like. So I know she was a go-getter. So and I'm lost for words, but we are so
Yes.
proud of
Yeah.
her and what she's doing.
She had the fear, but she never showed the fear.
Right.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
We hear you.
Yeah.
I love
So,
you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being here on our show. We have come to the end. Thank you, parents. I
Thank
love
thank
you.
you.
you. Thanks for
All right.
having
Thanks
us.
for having us.
Hey, I'm glad you was here. Look, I didn't plan for it, but it planned for us. Thank you for it. Thank
Okay.
you for that. Shamicka, I love you, girl. We
Love
look
you.
forward to seeing you at the Soulful Chicago Black History Book Fair
I
February
can't wait.
15th.
I
And
cannot wait.
thank y'all for tuning in. We love our audience because without you, look, I want to be in your family. Look, I'm coming to
Come
some of you.
through. Come
I'm coming
through.
through because y'all for real, for real. Anyway, goodbye, y'all. See y'all next week as we have the show before the big event, and that's gonna be a big one. So peace.
Bye, everyone.
Have a great
Bye,
day,
Asada.
guys. All right, peace.
We've come to the end of our show today. If you missed any broadcasts, go to our website for the audio and video archives at www.thefemalesolution.com. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to thank all of you who participated in today's discussions. And to our global family joining us from all around the world, we say thank you. To our family in China, xie xie. India, Dhanyavad. Japan, arigato. Korea, kamsamnida. Russia, spasiba. Germany, danke. Poland, dziękuję. France, merci. Spain, gracias. Italy, grazie. Egypt, shukran. Ghana, madasi. Nigeria, eshe. South Africa, Ngiyabonga. Senegal, Jaref. Kenya, Asante. Israel, Toda. Pakistan, Shukriya. Afghanistan, Tashakur. Saudi Arabia and Palestine, Shukran. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Thank you, and may peace be upon you and the mercy of God and God's blessings.